morning in the i98 studios. We're having a bit of a fuss. We've got the camera crews in here, mainly because we've got the star Bobby Kidd. He's joining us. Welcome to i98, mate.
Thank you.
Now, you're a local lad. Where did you grow up? What was your local school down here?
Port Kembla.
Port High.
Port boy.
Yeah, once they say you can take the boy out of Port, but you can't take Port out of the boy. A great beach like that. Now, you've got a fantastic career behind you. You're singing and playing guitar, and we've got you here just because you're about to head over to LA and do some more recording. But in a couple of words, describe your sound to people who haven't probably heard it.
Okay, well, if I had to, I mean, it's a mixture of everything. It's pop rock, but if I had to narrow it down to one sound or one band, I guess it's the old new sort of Bon Jovi. It's kind of like that old school Bon Jovi, you know, but given a modern touch. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's the best way to describe it. If you haven't heard it, that's what it is. It's old school.
But you don't have any ripped jeans on, so it can't be
I
that
went
old
shopping.
school
No,
Bon
I
Jovi.
went shopping yesterday, and trust me, I bought ripped jeans.
Perfect.
Yeah, the whole 80s is coming back.
So 80s is certainly coming back. I know you mentioned before, because I'm here online as a YouTuber, just trying to buy my YouTube tickets. Are you going to be back in town for Bon Jovi when they're here?
Yeah, I will be. I'll be back at the end of November, ready for December's Jovi show.
Yeah, I'm a big Richie Sambora fan. I think he's one of the all-time great guitarists. And I know you got your guitar in here, so we'll get you to perform one of your songs very soon. But how tough in these days? We talk about musicians and we look at television shows like Idol and X Factor and all that sort of stuff. How hard is it to kind of realise your dream as a musician these days and age? Is it getting harder and harder, or is the technology making it easier?
It's a win-win. Well, it's okay. Here's the thing: it is hard, and it's harder in Australia than it is overseas. Technology is helpful, though. I mean, when you've got Facebook, MySpace, YouTube, and social networks like that, it is easy to get out there, and that's how I got out there, and that's how I got management over in LA, because through those social networks. So that side of it's great, but then when you've got the labels and you've got the radio stations, and everyone knows that unless you've got a label, you can't get on radio stations, and it does get quite tricky and get hard. So you just got to hang in there.
Well, going back to the start, Port Kembla, as much as the beach is awesome, is not known as rock and roll heartland. It's not Memphis. It's not Nashville. How did this inspiration for music come out of a kid from Port Kembla? Where was the start?
I don't know. Port Kembla, as everyone knows, it still works.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. Just from the age of 10, I started, and that's all I ever wanted to do as a young teenager, going to school. And I guess Port Kembla High School, it's where I started my first band, and it sort of developed from there. I always knew that's what I wanted to be into.
And there wasn't a single memory. It wasn't seeing Bon Jovi on Rage.
No, yeah, I'll tell you now. I mean, I posted on Facebook, I think, last week. There's one event, 1989 MTV Awards, John and Richie. First time sitting down.
And this is John Bon Jovi, lead singer, and Richie Sambora, the guitarist.
Bon Jovi, yeah. 1989, they started the whole MTV Unplugged. Anyone can argue that, but they started it. And it was 1989 they sang Living on a Prayer and Wanted Dead or Alive. And it was that performance right there that I saw and I went, that's it, that's what I want to do, that's who I want to be. And that's sort of what started it for me, and that's it. Never looked back since. Yeah,
it's amazing how many people we have in here talk, and they all had the same story. There's one moment early on that's it for them, and then for the rest of their life they just need an inch on the door, and then they just got to go straight through and try and make it. So you're heading overseas to LA. What are the main goals? I know you're looking at kind of talking to people and doing a few things. Is it easy being an Aussie when you're heading over to the States, or does it make it harder?
If you're an actor at the moment, LA love Aussies.
Wow, okay.
Look, they love Aussies, they love the Aussie accent, and we're the same too. Like, we love the American accent. Well, I do anyway. As a musician, look, they do love us. It is going to be hard though, but we've got a lot of networks over there and a lot of contacts, and there's going to be a lot of meetings. So there's going to be recordings. We've got labels that we're meeting with. There's going to be shows. We're going to be doing shows, home shows. There's going to be evenings, intimate evenings with BK. So there's going to be a lot of things, but I've only got 3 months. So it's not a lot of time. I
know, because you got to get back for Bon Jovi.
Well, exactly.
Bobby's got a fantastic voice. He's a fantastic guitar player. You can check out his stuff on his MySpace page, also your Facebook page. We've got a performance. This is you here live in the i98 studios. We're liking this one. How did the inspiration for Why come about? Tell us a bit about this.
Well, I was living in Melbourne for the last 4 years, and I met a girl there, and she was so disheartened and felt jaded. Like life, that was it. She was never going to find love again, and this was, I guess, something that I felt I needed to write about her. And it's like, well, you've just got to hang in there. I
know. Well, Collingwood will win someday. These Collingwood fans, they're never happy. This is Bobby Kidd, and this is Why.
You're so cheated, fortune faded to lose your way. Whoa, why can't you see it? Contented to be in this world alone. It's time you know you gotta take a little bit of love back. Take a little bit of time to make it right. Get a little love back. You know there's never time to cry. Whoa, why? You try to hold on, but it's so cold on your own at night. Whoa, I do believe it, that you are still bleeding your heart away. Embrace the day, yeah. Take a little bit of love back. Take a little bit of time to make it right. Get a little love back. You know there's never time to cry. Do you ever feel the need to run and hide? There's never meaning if you keep it all inside of you, baby. Inside of you, baby. You've been wishing on a star that he would see, but nobody's gonna know you quite like me now, baby. Do you see me now, baby? Yeah, yeah. Take a little bit of time to make it right. Get a little bit of love back. You know there's never time. No, there's never time. Love back. Take a little time to make it right. You know there's never time to cry. Whoa, why? Whoa, why? Whoa, why?
Bobby Kidd, well done, good performance, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
Just done here live in the studio, your version of Why, which is off the new EP. You can check it out on iTunes. It's called Breaking Me Down. So congratulations on all your success so far. Big goals so far. What's the dream? What do you want to end up?
Oh, look, world domination is
yeah,
everyone.
why not? Come on, let's be honest about it. I want to have a body like Ben Cousins. You want world domination. What else?
You know what? Like the way I was saying to friends the other day, I said if two guys from Brisbane could do it and take it to #1 to America, then a guy from Port Kembla can. And the two guys I was referring to was Savage Garden.
Yeah.
You know, and they went to #1 in the US, and it's like there's no reason why, you know, no one. I mean, anyone can do it. You know, I mean, you've just got to hang in there. You've got to be passionate. You've got to love it. You've got to be good, and you've got to have the luck and everything else to work with you.
Savage Garden's a fantastic story, and I know you probably know, but to anyone listening, it's two guys in the suburbs of Brisbane back when pop music was dead in the mid-90s and everyone was listening to grunge and Metallica and all that kind of cool stuff, but they still liked Michael Jackson, and they were knocked back by every single record company in Australia.
The story was Sony knocked them back 6 times.
6 times, was it?
Yeah.
I heard the story was that one of the reps just said, well, do they play live? No. Do they dance? No. Oh, well, I don't want to. I'm not interested in them. But they kept it through, and yeah, they had the second or third highest selling album in the world back in '97.
Well, they had 2 #1s in the US, in the US. So, and then 2 boys from Brisbane. So, I mean, I look at that as inspiration. Go, well, you know, a guy from Port, why can't I do it?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Well done. It's good to meet you. Good to have you in here. And don't forget that EP is available on iTunes. It's called Breaking Me Down. Good to support not only Aussie music, but great local music as well. And the website, you want to give that one a plug too?
Yeah, it's myspace.com/Bobby Kidd, and also on Facebook, Bobby Kidd as well. And
yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, thank you, Lucky, for having me on. Thank you, i98. You guys have been fantastic.
No, it's good to have you in here. So we'll look forward to catching up with you when you get back from the States. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Bobby Kidd in the studio.